wine and whiskeys and vodka, cognacs, brandies from the ladies and men. And really, it's different way, I think so. But for ladies, I think it is like medicine. And on the one hand, it is relaxation, and the other one, it is like medicine. It is very good idea to drink every day red wine without sugar. Without sugar.
It's hard to find. I don't know where to get that wine without sugar and without sulfates. What do you think about sulfates? You know, wine contains sulfates. It's not good.
I don't know, what is it, sulfate?
Usually on the bottle it says this wine contains sulfates. I don't know in Russian.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
But the wine from grapes has very important components which protect the body from the tumors, cancer tumors. That's why it is very important. But according to information from doctors, we know that sugar is not very healthy, and that's why it is very important to drink without sugar. Only
dry wine, right? It's better to drink dry wine.
Right, dry red wine. It is fantastic, very good for health. And I don't know exactly. Some people use vodka to protect themselves from COVID-19 in Russia, particularly
that is in Russia.
But I think, yeah, but I think it is depends on the climate. When you live in Russia, where more than 6 months cold time, people drink vodka or whiskey or cognac, something like that, and don't like to drink.
Is that a best
wine.
way? Is that, sorry to cut you, but drinking vodka and these dry gins, is it the best way to preserve ourselves and health from cold? Is that the best method?
To drink vodka, maybe it is not a very good idea, but
Yes.
Everything depends on how many grams you will drink. If you drink 50 grams per day, it will be okay. It will be a good idea. It will be like medicine. But if you drink 1 glass of vodka,
one bottle,
you will be alcoholic. It will be addict.
Yes, addiction it will be. That's true.
But it's a very slippery way for some people. I don't mind, drinking just maybe 1 glass of wine. I just don't like, any alcoholic beverages. But for some people, they start with 1 glass of wine, then 2 glasses of wine, 3, 4 every day, and every morning, sometimes it's a slippery way. If people can control, why not? I don't mind, but I don't know. I would control myself.
Alisa, I agree with you. It's better not to. It's better not to drink alcohol, because you can know. The next question I'm having in the slide explains this question I'm going to ask you now, because we don't know if we can control the consumption of alcohol. And there are people who even drink alcohol and they feel it is normal for them to drink alcohol. And they don't know if when they are getting used to it as an addiction. So it's better not to start it, because by drinking a little of alcohol, a glass of wine in the morning, the next day you can decide to say, okay, let me take in the morning and in the evening. It's good, it's very healthy. After all, the doctor said it is healthy. From morning and evening, you'll be taking morning, afternoon, and evening. That has been 3 glasses in a day. And from 3 glasses, you're going to top it up to 5 glasses in a day. And then it becomes an habit. You're now drinking a bottle, maybe a bottle a day or 2 bottles in a day. It has been in that stage, there is no correction anymore. So I agree with you 100%. There is no need of drinking alcohol if you don't know what the outcome is going to look like. So yes, the other thing is I also do not agree with the idea of drinking vodka. Vodka is even more dangerous because there are chemicals. And if you look at the
More
bottle
aggressive.
yes, if you look at the bottle of vodka, they wrote the alcohol percentage. I think the minimum there is 45%, I think. So somebody taking even a little glass of that 45%, you know how damages is going to be on the liver of that person. So,
And even on the brain cells,
yes,
not on the lead, brain cells. Brain,
so,
you know, when people drink and they're drunk, they cannot control themselves because of the brain cells, you know, their brain
yes,
does not work properly. That's why, you know, from time it's gonna be a brain damage at some point
of course.
if people drink too much. But yes, it was said, it's very slippery way, and everybody needs to decide if he can stop or not, because I know many people who drink a lot, you know, and it just started with just a glass of wine, you know, just with 1 glass of beer, and then it goes forward. And sometimes there is no stop. Sometimes there needs to be a treatment.
Yes, that is true. Okay, there's still something I want to ask. For example, how can we explain or advise kids who are younger, but they have an understanding about wine, alcohol? How can we explain to them that alcohol is good or bad?
I think it is good, very good idea to drink every day a little bit. And that's why, according to Jewish tradition, we give to our kids in the age of 13, to our boys, a little wine, in order to they taste it in the family, not in the yard, not in front of his friends, but they have to understand what it is and how does it feel. And most of our boys don't like it because it's not tasty for them. It's not a chocolate bar.
At that age, yeah.
But I think it is a right way. It is a good idea. And also our rabbis recommends to drink not more than 3 das, like 3 times per 50 grams, not more.
3 times 50, 150 grams total.
Yeah, 150 grams total. If you have to celebrate like a wedding day or some holidays, and because after that you will not maybe control yourself, and your health will be not very good. And that's why I think it is very good idea to keep thinking about your behavior, and that's why you have to understand what is it. And there is a myth that that the Jewish don't drink a lot. there are different Jewish people. Some of them drink a lot, some of them not. But if you drink a little bit, like a glass of wine or 150 whiskey during the evening, during with dinner, it will be not very bad for you. And I think very important to control your behavior, to control your drinking.
Yes, and sorry to cut you. Christianity, because I saw it in the Bible, there are certain places where drinking of alcohol is not allowed in Christianity. Drinking, no, I mean, you can drink, but don't be drunk. Drink, but don't get drunk. So if you drink alcohol,
right.
Yes, if you drink alcohol and you're able to control yourself, that will not be a sin. But if a Christian drink alcohol and get drunk and could not control himself, he has sinned. I think there are some places in the Bible where such situations are listed. So
Even though, sorry for cutting you.
Yes.
Can I just add, because in the United States, you can drink certain, I don't know for sure, you know, when you drive, you can drink up to certain amount of alcohol, you know, if you are stopped by the police and they check you. I don't know if it's just one glass of wine, you know, you're not going to be having lots of percentage in your blood of alcohol. That's why at some point they allow you to have, you know, up to this point. I don't know for sure. If you're not drunk, you know, after one glass of wine, you're not going to be drunk. But if
after
it's more,
one glass of wine, you can go, you can drive a car.
Yeah.
But you see, this is a different situation. There are certain people who will drink just that little glass of wine and they cannot drive, because I think the blood, the organisms of different people are different. So there are people who can withstand certain volumes. There are people who cannot even withstand a little amount of alcohol. I don't know why it's permitted in the United States to drink to a certain percentage and drive.
Have you heard about that?
Yes,
it's nothing new.
I heard. Even it's a long time ago they placed that rule, and it is very bad. That you can see the reason why there are a lot of road accidents, and there are a lot of young people dying mysteriously due to alcohol. Most of them are tested with alcohol. They found alcohol in their system, and
my dad, he lives in Ukraine. I mean, they live in the United States and in Ukraine, they go back and forth. And he said, you know, in the Ukraine and in Russia, the rules are more strict about driving.
Yes.
Or like drink at least one glass of beer, you know, and they can, in the United States, when you drive safe, you know, you don't ruin, I mean, how to say,
you don't break the law, road traffic rules.
Yes, you don't break the law. So the cop or policeman, probably they will not stop you.
Yes.
Because why? But in Russia or in Ukraine, they can stop you anytime. You know, you just drive and they can stop you and check your documents, to check your license, and then they can check you if you're drunk or not.
Yes.
And I think it's good. It's pretty good.
It is very, very good. That I really appreciate the Russian government for doing so, because there are a lot of young youths these days, young boys and girls, who had the opportunity to get driver's license, and they have cars. They just drive as they want, whenever they want, especially when it comes to weekends. Weekends, it is awful. When you see how they drive, they want to show off that they know how to drive. They just want to do something spectacular. And now they brand the cars differently. They buy some certain things that is supposed to be used for race cars, and they put those things in normal cars. So the cars can be very loud, make noise, you know. So the government has noticed that in Russia, that these youths are not, some of them cannot control themselves while they are driving. So they made it compulsory that if you are driving and you're drunk, then they should give you a fine for doing so. So it's a very good step for the Russian government. I hope that American government will understand this, because not everybody can drink a little amount of alcohol and still control themselves without breaking the law. Because most accidents that are happening nowadays are caused by people who are drunk while driving. And the innocent ones who are not alcoholic, they fall victims. They die for something they don't know. You're driving on your own safely, somebody will drive and hit you from behind. Just for no reason, you don't know what happened. And when they check the person is already drunk and he's still driving. I don't know why people do that, why they take such high risk to drink and also drive. I don't know. So it's a problem. And I appreciate the Russian government and the police for doing that. It's a very good thing. That is the problem American government has not figured out yet.
It depends, because in the United States, Americans used to live according to law and rules of the government. And that's why they know that they can drink one glass of wine and after that take a car and go to any place. And Russians, if start drinking, they will only start with one glass of wine. And after that, they will drink vodka or something like that. And that's why the government close the opportunity to drink and after that going, because they know that Russians will not stop, will not control themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I agree with you 100%. That's true. They drink red wine and mix it up with vodka. So yes, it's true. So because maybe they found it that is a very high risk, that your youths in Russia don't control themselves. So in order to stop the drinking while driving, they have to put a strong rule that when you are caught drinking and while driving, then your car will be taken or your driver's license will be taken and the person will be fined for breaking the law. That is very good. No, there are certain Americans that also drink and control themselves, while there are certain Americans that will not and cannot control themselves, even if they're driving. So it all depends on the situation. I wish they can just make it, don't drink, and when you are drunk, don't drive. Even if it is a little percentage, they shouldn't drive. That would have been a very good way. Okay, Alisa, you have still more questions before we call it a day?
I don't know. Do you agree that smoking is not as harmful than alcohol? No, I don't agree. I think smoking is even more harmful than alcohol. I don't know why. I cannot prove, with some medical terms, but it's my opinion. I think alcohol is harmful, but smoking is more harmful because, it goes into the lungs. It affects the lungs very badly, the smoke. That's why I think it's not good at all. And also it leads to the sclerosis of it's very bad for your blood vessels.
Yeah.
If at some point people say, and some doctors say that if you can drink like one glass of alcohol because your blood flow will work faster, it helps at some point. But nicotine, it's not good at all for your blood vessels.
It's true. Okay, one more.
Oh no.
Yes, I want to be active. They say ladies first. Yes.
I can give my place to the Vladimir. So Vladimir, take my question.
Okay.
Okay.
I think really smoking is very bad. It is a very bad thing, and it is better drink wine than smoking.
Okay.
Yeah, one glass, just one glass of wine, no more.
1 or 2 glasses doesn't matter. It depends on the kilograms you have and wishes and mood and something else. But good wine will give you good health.
Okay.
I think.
I have a question for you, Vladimir. How can we know a good wine from a bad one?
Really, I don't know exactly if the price of the wine will give us then more price. It will be more pleasant and wine. It doesn't mean sometimes it could be very high price, but it is not very good quality.
Yes.
But the taste, we will drink a little bit, we will taste it, and we will understand it is pleasant. It is very good for our health. But sometimes we can take a bottle of wine for $300 per one bottle, and compare to the bottle of the wine for $30, and
Or less.
when we will drink it will be the same when you will taste it, not difference. You have to be the doctor in this item in order to understand what is it and what is the difference, what's the differ one of them to another one. Maybe I'm not very sophisticated in this area, and that's what I can tell you.
Because I also agree with you. There are certain wines you can see they cost a lot. They are very expensive wine. But when you look at the quality of the wine, it's not worth the price. And there are certain wines sold very cheaper than what the other wine they are selling in the store. But the cheaper one will be more of good quality than the one that is sold expensively. So at times I don't know what and how can we really figure out which of the wine is without sugar and which of the wine is recommended for health, because I think all of them, they are not natural. From what I see, wine nowadays are not produced naturally. There are some kind of chemicals that are added to it.
I don't buy wine with sugar, only sometimes when my wife asks me about it, because she doesn't understand the wine without sugar. She can't understand.
They write it on the bottle. Do they write it on the bottle that the wine does not contain sugar?
Yeah, you can check on the label, I think.
Yes.
On the back of the bottle.
Ah. So I don't
And
buy
according
wine.
to-
I don't drink alcohol. I don't even.
And
but
according to the
if you
wine,
test me,
according to the wine without sugar, I can't buy a bottle of wine for $10 because it will be not wine. It will be something. I don't know exactly what is it.
Cider.
Yeah. And in Russia, in Moscow, I can buy an Israeli wine at least $15 US. It is not a very big price. It is not very tasty wine, but it is much better compared to the bottle of wine for $10.
Yeah.
no. Okay, so you are comparing the price. The wine with $15 is more better than wine sold for $10, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What about if the company decide to put a high price on the wine and still the quality of the wine is not 85%? How can we really figure out that the wine of $10 is not better than the wine of $15?
It is experience.
Okay. That's why I'm asking. Share your
tasting
experience
and
with us.
drinking it, you will understand what's the difference.
Okay.
But
So
when I was in Israel, and I could, because a lot of wine there, I could buy a bottle of wine for $30, $40 a bottle, and the quality much better to compare the 15. Tasty, it is tasty.
And so why is it in Israel and not in Russia?
In Russia, there are some companies who penetrated into the Russian market, and that's why I can buy it Israeli wine here in Moscow.
Okay, Israeli wine. So wine produced in Israel.
Yes, it is
Okay.
produced in Israel.
And what about
it's
wine
not
produced in
only
Russia?
produced, because I drink wine, kosher, with the seal of rabbis that it is kosher. Do you know kosher?
Do you mean those? Because I have seen wine that are used in the sanitary, what do they call it, in the churches in Moscow. They have a particular wine.
It was prepared under the Jewish people who look at it that everything is clean and everything is okay.
Yeah, because I think somebody told me that the country that produced the best wine, the best and most clear, what will I say, natural wine are from Spain. Spanish people, they produce very good wine. That's what I heard. Is that true?
Yeah, it's good wine. Spain, French, and Argentina, and Georgia, and Azerbaijan. But for me, very important to buy a bottle of wine kosher.
That is the name of the wine?
No, kosher. Kosher means it was prepared under prescription of the rabbis.
Okay. I got you.
Like food, there is food, kosher food.
Okay. So, Alisa, are you still here?
Yeah.
You're silent all the way.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm listening.
Okay. So, can you give us an answer to one of these questions and we call it a day for today?
I don't know. I think we answered already everything. Let's see.
We haven't answered.
Okay,
three.
is it safe?
number one, like what can you do if you know someone who has a drinking problem?
Try to talk to that if it's very close, if the person is very close to you, like family member, you know, or your close friend, you can talk to them and try to explain how dangerous it is. Try to help, you know, but I think there is very difficult situation and it's really hard to suggest something. And sometimes person understands that, yes, I drink a lot and I need to stop drinking. And next day comes and that person starts drinking again. There is nothing can help. Only, you know, person needs to understand that it's bad for his health, you know, first of all, it's bad for the health. It's already a drinking problem.
Yeah, that's a difficult situation.
Yeah, there is not much you can do. Unless if it's very bad situation, you know, you can go to the clinics, you know, and do some, they have some IVs to clear your blood system from the alcohol to help you stop drinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great.
We have to remember that it is possible to treat men from alcohol, but it is not possible to treat women. It's much difficult.
Yes.
If ladies have some problems with alcohol, it is very difficult to treat them.
Yeah.
So why is it that difficult?
I know. That's why I'm not drinking. I don't want my husband to put me in the hospital or somewhere else. I just.
Oh, that's stressful.
Not yet. Not
yet. No. So since you're not drinking, that means you won't drink. So what about during festive period? I mean, Christmas holidays, New Year, birthday. You don't drink alcohol?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Alice?
No, I don't drink at all. I don't drink it. My parents, yes, they drink alcohol. Mom, that's a little bit more than a little bit, but he likes like wine, whiskey, you know. And I tell him, Dad, you need to stop because he's 63 already, and he sometimes has some problems with health, but he likes it. He likes it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not alcoholic at all. But, you know, sometimes from my own experience, he doesn't have that stop. He starts drinking. He will, you know, if it's one bottle of wine, he will make it until, you know, he will drink. That's why I think you need to understand if you can say to yourself, okay, it's enough for me. Some people cannot understand that.
Yes, it's true.
I think most people, not some, most people, it's hard to stop because you cannot control yourself. But it depends on your body or organism, you know. I think if I will drink just one glass of wine, I will be drunk. I would not be able to drive after one glass. I've tried before. I cannot say I did not try any like wine. I've tried, but I can feel, you know, that I get drunk really fast. I don't feel good, you know, like that headaches after, you know, yeah. That's why I decided it's not for me.
That is a very good decision. It's very good. I think there are other ways we can. There are other ways we can also keep a healthy lifestyle without drinking alcohol or wine. There are still certain people who don't eat meat or fish. They don't eat meat, they don't eat fish, they don't drink milk, but they are still healthy up to this day. These are also religious people. And that is why on Monday, we are going to really talk about this topic. They call them vegetarians. They don't eat meat. They eat only vegetables. And most of them says when you eat meat, you become aggressive, that the aggressiveness of the animal transfers to you. So I really don't know why and why they decided to eat just vegetables without eating meat or fish. So I wish we can have somebody who is a vegetarian to really explain that to us. Okay, any questions or any solutions, any informations before we call it a day? Yes, no. Vladimir, do you have anything to add up to what we have said? Any informations, advice, solutions?
Really, it was a very useful discussion.
Yes.
And I would like to say one remark.
Okay.
One remark. We know that addiction is very negative thing, and we know that there is addiction by drugs, by alcohol, by nicotine, and there is a very negative addiction is sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Because sugar like a drug, and some people who use products from sugar, it's like drug for them, and they can't live without it, and it negatively influences to the different problems of the body.
Yes, that's true. Sugar leads to diabetes. Sugar leads to fat, and that is very dangerous to our health. I agree with you 100%. So most people don't know that drinking alcohol and eating certain food, you add up to the sugar level of your body. So, and most people, they drink, but they don't do exercise. That is a problem also. Okay. Yes, Alisa, can you tell us whatever information you have to finalize this section, and then we can call it a day? Do you have anything to add up?
Yes. So don't drink and be healthy.
Okay.
Or drink and be healthy. I don't know. It's up. Okay. It's up to you. Drink and be healthy, or don't drink and be healthy. Just be healthy.
How can they know? You said they should not drink, but drink a little and be healthy. How can they know if they are healthy?
It's a good remark. And be healthy. Control how much you drink. Control your drinking habits.
Okay. Yes, that's true. So drink socially and wisely.
No. It's better drink smart.
Yes, drink smart. And if you feel that drinking is not yours, then don't do it. Don't drink. Because, and in fact, don't drink while driving. Even if the law permits you to drive, don't drink while driving. You might not consider yourself, but consider your loved ones. Consider your family, your kids.